juncture of the game, but this head coach does, and his offense shows you why. Great job up front getting some push, and the running back knew exactly where he needed to go.
Fires to the big fella. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for space. It's James. Turning it on. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Owls.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
He'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds a man in the middle. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Lewis.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Dukes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Off the play fake. Now improvising. Finds the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. Now on third down for this offense. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lewis. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the complete.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Williams will pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these.
Oh, he's got some space. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. He threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Dukes will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll return it. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Williams looking for a man. The sure hands, it's Hardy. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Second down coming up. Back to pass. Got a man. It's James. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? And the Owls come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the right. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Temple will line up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Owls! And that one will give them the lead.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything, and padding those stats. And all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, that's a good day.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be breaks into the open. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Back to pass on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Hall. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Touchdown, Dukes! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Final play of the quarter coming. Williams will pass. Trying to beat the D deep. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Yeah, you can tell the timing wasn't great, and quarterback and receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the fourth quarter gets underway. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
Well, they were trying to set up an out-breaking route here on third and long, trying to get a receiver open in space, just couldn't come away with it, though. Nice job by the defense, watching the QB's eyes and swatting it down.
Going for it on fourth down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. The give to the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2-, 3-, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
This Temple offense putting together a nice drive. Off-play action on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
Using his legs, it's James. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
I love the play called running the football here in the fourth quarter, because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball, You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. Temple lines up quickly. Williams looking for a man. Got it in the middle. It's James. Touchdown Owls. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. The AT unit on the field.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. He'll throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bryant. And he's brought down after a nice game. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
What a throw! Not a lot of room. He fits it in beautifully, and they've got it at the 30. They'll try the run.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you got to score, you got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost them.
The give, and tick, 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 tick. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. The Owls inside the final minute trying to drain the clock. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Complete to the left. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. And the Owls getting set on 1st and 10. Williams will pass. Here's the heat. It is incomplete, and now Now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
The old coaching cliche goes.